Oh, I got a fish. Oh, there he is. That's a good one there. What's up, guys? Today I'm going fishing with my buddy, the John Boat Warrior. He's got a YouTube channel too, and he also has a charter service. So if you guys are looking for somebody to take you out in this area, public lakes, private lakes, he can take you to some farm ponds and put you on some giant bass, or he can take you to some of the public lakes like Tired Creek and put you on the fish. If you got a fishing tournament over there and you want some extra knowledge to know where to win that tournament at, is the man right here. But I'm gonna put all his contact information down below in the description. And I'm also gonna put his YouTube channel at the end of this video, so make sure you guys check it out. But today we are down here at the river, and I've been wanting to fish this river for a really long time. Haven't been able to make it over here yet, but he catches some monsters in here. Also, he catches some, what are they, Swanee bass or shoal bass?
Swanee bass, that's the man right there.
That's a Swanee bass man right there?
He caught one just last week. That was 3-1, and it was a tag fish, $100.
3-1.
Tag fish.
What's the record?
3-9.
3-9.
3-9. You wasn't far from it.
8 ounce. 8 ounce.
So we're gonna beat that today, right?
We'll try.
He's always, we'll try. He don't ever have any like, yeah, we're gonna do it. He's like, one way to find out, we're gonna get out here and do it. No, we're gonna catch the record today, boys. But I want to talk about the coronavirus thing for a minute. I know you guys are sick of hearing about it. Now Georgia and Florida are on lockdown. That means you can't not leave the house except for essentials. But guess what? They deem fishing essential. So here we are. And we also have a 6 o'clock curfew. But I don't know if essentials, you can come out for essentials during the curfew. I don't know. I guess I'll find out if they pull me over. They're just gonna have to take me to jail. But we're gonna get all this stuff, and we're gonna get a boat in the water, and then we're gonna go fishing, and we're gonna tune in when we start catching fish, boys.
Jumped 4 or 5 times before it got me hung up in a line.
Started having all that blue like a bluegill. Said that, you know, hey, we don't care what you do with the fish, but do you mind me asking if you threw it back? I said, I put it right back in the stump I caught it.
When we were on the crankbait on my crankbait rod, dude, I followed it for 3 or 4 minutes. It jumped 4 or 5 times before it got me hung up in a line.
We're cranking the motor up today, boys.
That's what I'd be interested in doing.
Yeah, warmouth are fun. You got a fish or a stick? Oh, I got a fish. I got a fish with a square bill. It's a bass too. I seen the swirl come out of there. This is a regular bass. The old crawl color square bill, boys. Look at that. I caught one. He told me to throw that square bill. He said that thing looks good. I'd throw that if I was you. And look what happened. I thought I hooked a stick, and then I seen a weight coming out of there, and then I started reeling. That's when I realized it was a fish, but the weight that come out of there looked bigger than this fish. Yeah. All right, there he is, boys. First bass. First bass in the river. Let's let it go. This is what I'm fishing with, guys. This is a Bill Lewis square bill that I found. I think I found it in Walmart or somewhere on sale. Yeah. And it's crawl colored. Of course, there's a bunch of crawfish in the river. That's one of their primary food sources, so it's got a little fin on the back. That makes it have a little bit of a tighter wobble. Everywhere I go lately, the fish have been wanting something that works a little bit slower, so that might be helping out. I got 12-pound fluorocarbon on here. It's got some rattles in it. Yeah, it's got a bunch of rattles in it, so it's real loud. You guys see this water's real dark. This thing's got this bright orange belly to it. Loud rattles, calls them right up. You got him? Yeah. Is it a bass?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's a big one.
That's a big old weight there.
Oh, it's a jack.
A jackfish? Those are fun. Oh. Jackfish on the square bill. Some things like spinnerbait square bills. But like the other day when I was fishing with my cousin, I was pulling a spinnerbait over the tree, And once I pulled over the log, I had to just stop reeling and put pressure on the line just enough where that blade was still spinning and that spinnerbait was falling to the bottom. Yep. And they wouldn't hit it until, oh, there he is. Yep. That's a good one there. That's a good one there. What is that?
Probably, it might be a Swanee.
Oh, it's a Swanee bass. My first ever Swanee bass. Look at that, boys. Well, he felt big at first.
I know they are.
And then,
strong.
and then afterwards though, it started feeling more like a brim or something. I was like, what is this? Check it out, boys. That's my first ever Swanee bass. He bit the old square bill. I'm gonna show you guys how small his mouth is, because Swanee bass they're not all over America. So if you guys aren't from around here, if you're up north, or they're called Swanee bass because they're in the Swanee River. They're around this area. But look, almost like a smallmouth. It's really dark, and look how small that mouth is. His mouth's about the size of a warmouth. All right. So what he said, guys, how you can tell the difference between a spotted bass and a Swanee bass, there's two little patches on the tongue right there that are like almost look like herpes, and they're smaller.
How do you know what herpes looks like that good?
Well, I mean, I've had a few times, but
You can't give me herpes.
but on a spotted bass, they're bigger. All right, boys, let's go ahead and let it go. Back in the water, she's off. Guys, when I'm river fishing like this with a square bill or anywhere that's got overhanging limbs and trees that I'm throwing under, I like to throw it out and just let it sit on top of the water for at least 3 or 4 seconds, because fish are conditioned in places like that for bugs and stuff falling out the trees, and then they come and they eat it. So in my mind, me letting it sit there for a couple seconds, that gives that fish time to come over and check out whatever just hit the water, and then you start reeling it and you start moving it and they attack it. Yeah, when I caught both those fish, I wasn't even paying attention. I was just running my mouth. But that's why I need to start doing it again. What you want to talk about? What can we talk about? How are we gonna catch these fish? That might have been a bite, the peak bite earlier. Oh, is that a fish? Yep, I think. What? No. If it was a fish and not a stick, oh, it was a stick. I was about to say if it was a fish, it was a big one, but it was a stick. He fooled me. He fooled me, guys. You got a fish? Do you got a fish?
I'm putting on your pole.
Oh.
That was a big fish.
Ooh, that was a bite right there. Got the hook in him. Got the hook in him. Got the hook in him.
Yeah,
That's a Swanee bass. He's got a red eye.
yeah, that might be a mix with a spot right there.
Check him out, boys. This is got that red eye. I've got some on my pond with a red eye like that, but her mouth ain't that little. He's pretty. He's right there on the bank. He bit like a brim. Peck, 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 peck.
And the longer you keep out of the water, the more brown their eyes turn.
Yeah, you're right. His eyes are turning browner. Not as red they were. They're like a fire red when I first caught him. All right, boys, we caught him. We seen him. Swanee bass number 2. He said this one might be a mix between a Swanee and a largemouth. All right, we'll throw him back. What we're doing right now, guys, we're just going up the river. We got the trolling motor on. We're just kind of cruising real slow. We're basically just covering ground right now, guys, with these worms, and just throwing at the bank and making casts where we think there's going to be fish at, and then moving on to the next spot until you find the ones that bite. Oh, I don't know if I got to hook him or not, but he was damn sure biting it. I'm hung up, I know that. Are you hung up too? All right, we gotta go over here. I felt the fish, I felt bump, 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 and then I set the hook, and then I haven't felt the fish since. I just felt a tree after that. Oh, ain't nothing on there. He got away that time. Oh, you hooked him finally. Finally hooked him, let me see him. A warmouth, that's what's been biting. That's a big warmouth too. Those things are so much fun. Guys, comment down below if you've ever caught a warmouth. And if you have, what's the biggest one you've ever caught?
That's a pretty.
Yeah, he is. I'm gonna let him go, boys. Back in the water. Oh, you got the hook in that time? A red breast. That's a big old red breast too.
That is a cool looking fish, buddy. Look at that.
He's pretty. So far, guys, we have caught 2 Swanee bass, 1 largemouth bass, and he caught a jackfish, and he just caught a red breast, which was a big red breast, and he caught a warmouth. So we're just doing a freshwater multi-species slam today. We're catching all kind of stuff. Now we just need to stick like a 5 or 6 pounder. I don't care if it's a largemouth or a spotted bass or a Swanee bass. Swanee bass would be great. But we're about to stick something big. It's getting dark. The feeding period is happening right now, so we're about to stick something big. I got a feeling. When you get a feeling, sometimes when you just get a feeling, it means that you're gonna run into a tree. There should be one right on that tree right there. Oh, that was a bite. Oh, missed him. It was a bite for sure though. I said there should be one on that tree, and there was. He bit it on the fall too. Oh, he bit it again.
Get him, get him.
Ow, and busted my damn knuckle. Knot coming tied. Palomar knot. Guys, look at that. I set the hook on the fish, the Palomar knot broke. But one thing I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys now, if you're using fluorocarbon, or if you're using fluorocarbon coated monofilament, do not tie a Palomar knot. This is the knot you tie. What I'm doing right here, you wrap it around 3 times, and then you take that loop and you put that loop right back through that loop. You tighten it and you wet it and you pull it down that knot, and that knot will not fail you. Now, if you want me to make a video more clearly on how to tie that knot, drop a comment down below and I'll make a video just for that. Once you tie it, you got 3 tags here that you cut off. So 1, 2, 3. And what I like to do is leave a little bit of tag, especially if I'm using a tungsten, because that tungsten will come down and it will hit that knot and it will fracture that knot if the tungsten's heavy enough on the fluorocarbon, because fluorocarbon's like glass almost. Old Todd taught me that. Especially like 12 or 15. 17 you really don't have to worry about it, but using like 12 or 15 you do. The way he bit it, it felt like it might have been a Swanee bass. The way he pecked it. Oh, he bit it again. He swung with it. Got the hook in that time. Got the hook in him that time. Let's see if he's got my hook in his mouth. It's a warmouth. It's a big warmouth too. Check him out, boys. It's a nice warmouth. Big old warmouth. Throw it back.
It took me a while to get that jug green, I mean.
Oh yeah.